It's time for the holidays, and I get it. You have finished your shopping. You are left over with some money that you've saved up, and you are looking at those holiday sales for a new e-reader. You can't choose between some of them. You can't choose between the Books Palma Plus, the Big Me 7.1c, or the old and sturdy Kindle. However, if that is your specific problem right now, let me help you out and tell you why I chose to eventually switch from my Kindle over to the new e-reader that I am currently using. Okay. Hey friends, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my decision to switch between Kindle to my new e-reader. If you are struggling, like I mentioned in the intro, as to which e-reader to switch from, or if you're just looking to get out of the Amazon ecosystem like I was, let's hop in the video and let's just kind of get into it. But if you like these kind of videos from me and want me to do a full in-depth review of the current e-reader that I currently have, which I will reveal in a second here, let me know in the comments down below if you want to hear more from me about reading and writing and life and all the things in between. Just hit subscribe and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. But until then, let's hop into it. So before I start and get into the nitty-gritty of everything, let me describe why I decided to make the change. You know, kind of important. A little important here. So I decided to make the change because one, I ended up cracking my Kindle. You can't really see it on screen, which kind of sucks. Can't really see it on the screen very well. You can see the crack. And it never really affected my reading as much, but I did start to see some glitches. It has glitched out on me a couple times and shut down the program, or just skipped a bajillion pages. I also got annoyed at being locked down to the Amazon content. Like, I paid like $108 for this Kindle, and I should not have to pay extra to get rid of ads on my screen. I should be able to customize this and use it how I would like to, instead of being stuck on Amazon. Thankfully, though, I had enough money to be able to buy myself out of the Amazon ecosystem. I do still use Kindle Unlimited, but I use other options as well, so I'm not locked down to just Amazon, thankfully. And I had between two decisions, the Big Me 715C and then the Books Palma 2. Thankfully, I got to try them both. I was able to try both the Big Me and the 7.1c. I purchased the Big Me first, and then ultimately decided to switch over to the Books Palma 2, which is right here, my little buddy. And let me tell you why I ended up ultimately making this choice and why this choice was the best one for me. Before we get even more into this video, I want to talk about something really quickly here, which is eye health. Because we are talking about electronic readers, and obviously eye strain is a big thing, whether you are reading on an electronic reader, reading in general, or even just driving. And with the winter sun at the current moment, it's kind of a pain in the ass to be able to see most of the time. I was very lucky enough that TIJN, or teen as they are pronounced, decided to send me some options for just some glasses and some sunglasses, and this is one of their glasses right now. You can see there's a little bit of detail, maybe low. There we go. There's some starry detail in the corner, which I really love. I love this like really moss green color that you're seeing right here, and just kind of like the size of the lenses as well. These are blue light blocking glasses, which are really nice when I'm wearing contacts and I need something to kind of filter out some of that blue light from the screen that I'm currently reading. It's been very nice. I also was able to go ahead and get some sunglasses from them as well. These are I'm testing out some sunglasses with them because I'm not sure if this is my style per se, but it's very futury, very cyberpunky kind of looking, something you would definitely see in like a futuristic kind of movie. And I think it's just important to talk about eye health where we get the chance to, which thankfully I was able to have this opportunity to have them send me some freebies to be able to have this chat with y'all about eye safety. Which again comes in handy when you're always reading or always writing, because eye strain is a really big thing and you don't want to screw up your eyes even more. If you're looking for a pair of blue light blocker glasses, or even just a pair of sunglasses to be able to help you see when you're driving in this winter sunlight, because it's a pain. Like, my commute has me driving directly into the sun and up into the sun in the morning, so I can't really see. So sunglasses are always a huge help for me. If you want to take a look at these specific glasses, I will leave a link down below for you guys to go ahead and get those checked out and see if you have any other likes of any other interests in their products. But moving on, let me talk about the Big Me 715 and why this was the one for me. This is actually the second one that I was looking at. The first one I was looking at was the Books Palma 2, which I'll get into more in a second here. I was essentially drawn to this guy because you could write on it. It comes with a stylus, it comes with a case, which to me made the most sense at $256. It was a pretty pricey compared to the Kindle, which is about $108. I believe I have it written down somewhere. I wanted to take notes while I read. I also thought this was a good way for me to remove having to carry around a paper notebook everywhere I went, to be able to outline where I was going, just to minimize the amount of paper waste that I was utilizing. However, it's also a color e-reader, which is nice if you're looking color or like annotate in there. Looking to annotate in color or annotate your books in color, that's also it was a nice little bonus for me, honestly, to be able to see all my annotations in color and to color code everything again, because I had the Kindle uh, um, tablet a while ago, the Fire tablet a while ago, and I cracked that as well. So learning that Kindles and I do not mix very well. I don't recall any ghosting. I don't recall the battery life, just because I did return it after like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Why I ended up returning it was because it was pretty glitchy. It was just super sensitive, and I couldn't figure out how to change the sensitivity on it. If I touched something a certain way, it would turn off the app or close the app, or it would just erase everything that I was writing at the current moment, which I think is very difficult when I was trying to outline a novel. And it would just like erase everything because I couldn't always remember what I had written. Compared to how much it costs with the 109 Kindle, this wasn't worth it to me. Has a good idea. It's something I still do want from an e-reader, is to be able to write notes on it and to note take and to have color reading. So maybe in the future it's something I look back at again, but not at the current moment, just because it was $256, which is way over the amount that I bought for the Kindle. I could have just purchased a secondary Kindle that didn't crack and have a better case on it and not have to worry about it cracking a second time, versus having to pay for a much more expensive e-reader for just color and some features that are slightly different from what I was using already. Moving on to the Books Palma 2, which I had obviously had decided to stick with and decided to be the one that I chose. It's not a color e-reader. It's not. If you're looking for a color e-reader, I would suggest going with the Books Palma 2 Pro, which the Books Palma 2 is about $269, which is $10 more than the Big Me, and also over twice as much as the Kindle. The Pro is somewhere around $400, which is quite a lot. Like, I don't see myself spending $400 on an e-reader just quite yet, especially not for a Palm e-reader. As the Books Palma, maybe they're full size, I can see myself spending quite that pretty penny just because of the different features they might have, but not for the Palma. However, this isn't locked down to the Kindle ecosystem or the Amazon ecosystem. I have Webtoon, I have Kindle, I have NetGalley, I have Libby on this thing, and it's just, to me, makes more sense to have that on there and to be able to like customize it. I have a customizable screen. I'm not locked down to the ads on here, which to me made more sense to be able to purchase this to purchase this guy, just because it was not like I have capybaras on my screen. I have capybaras again on my home screen. I have Kindle, Webtoon, Libby, NetGalley, and I have a browser that I can go ahead and be able to read manga on. So it's not as if I'm locked down to one system and one system only like I am with the Kindle, which is probably why it's the more affordable option out of any e-reader that you're going to get out there. However, it just made more sense for me to have that. The only downside is that there is ghosting on this guy. It does ghost quite a bit the deeper and more you go read into it. However, I have no issues with it because it comes with a little button on the side here that not only opens the Kindle, you can customize it to open whatever screen you want it to, but also refreshes the page. So it's not as if I'm stuck with ghosting for the rest of my life. It just ghosts a little bit, and then I can just refresh the page. I also don't really have any complaints about battery life. I only ever use this for reading and reading only. I don't use the other features like the camera, the Adobe scan that it has on here. I don't download games or watch videos, so I haven't noticed anything. I traveled with this guy, I had it at 100% for a 14-hour flight and read through the 14-hour flight, and it never died on me. I only had to charge it maybe once or twice more like once in the 2 weeks that I was gone and traveling, and I read quite a bit while I was traveling on here. So no complaints on battery life. However, the biggest reason why I ended up purchasing this guy was the portability. Hold on, I forgot my examples. 1 second. I have returned, and I am going to apologize if the mic quality goes out, just because I have to set up the microphone down to be able to do this example. But this this guy is no bigger than my phone. It's maybe like half an inch, if that, bigger than my phone. So it's very portable. I can stick it in my back pocket. And when I was traveling, I used this specific one, the belt bag from Pop Flex that my sister gave me, and it fits just perfectly. There's more than enough room in here for that. So it was never an issue of portability. Here's a Patagonia one, which is a lot smaller than the Pop Flex one. Size comparison. And it fits. And that was something I was really looking for. I traveled with it to me in New Zealand and it never took too much room out of the things I was putting in there. And it just fit really nicely. Like, obviously, I don't have to worry about it not fitting in any kind of my purses since it's this very small, compact thing. Like, obviously, the Kindle is still pretty compact. I believe the Big Me 715 was the biggest out of the three that I had, but the Kindle's still compact. But I just wanted something that was just more handheld and just something easier to carry around with me. And the books really fit that. Like, and I really have been enjoying books as a company, so I can definitely see myself not splurging on the $400 e-reader that's the size, but maybe their full-size e-reader with the features that maybe I was looking for with the Big Me 715C. But that is it for why I ultimately chose the Books Palma versus the Kindle versus the Big Me 71C. If you want me to do a full length review on the Books Palma, I've had it for about a month now. Let me know in the comments down below and I can go ahead and do that for you guys. If you want to see more videos from me, the usual, hit like, subscribe, and comment. Keeps me going, keeps me feeling alive. But until next time, stay safe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.